Hello and welcome to the Rascals Lounge Podcast. Before we start, I need 90 seconds of your time and inform you about the disclaimer. The opinions expressed on the Rascals Lounge Podcast are solely those of the host and guests. They do not represent the views or positions of any employers, sponsors, affiliates, or associated organizations. This podcast is intended for informational and entertainment purposes only and does not constitute medical, psychological, legal, financial, or other professional advice. Even when licensed professionals such as physicians, psychologists, attorneys, or financial experts appear as guests, any discussions are general in nature and are not a substitute for professional consultation. Listeners should never disregard, avoid, or delay seeking medical, psychological, legal, financial, or other professional advice because of something heard on this podcast. Never start, stop, or alter any medication or treatment without guidance from your own qualified healthcare provider. Any commentary on political figures, esports organizations or players, musicians or athletes is based on publicly available information, personal opinion, or individual experience. All persons and entities discussed are presumed innocent of any allegations unless proven otherwise in a court of law. Statements made are not intended to be defamatory, and care is taken to avoid unverified or false claims. While efforts are made to present accurate and current information, the Rascals Lounge Podcast makes no warranties or representations about completeness or accuracy. Listeners are encouraged to verify any information independently. By listening, you agree that the host, guests, and producers shall not be held liable for any decisions, actions, or outcomes arising from the content of this podcast.
Welcome to the Rascals Lounge Podcast.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Rascals Lounge Podcast. Well, today we got a special guest. Guys, when I say special, he's special. Trust me, everybody I bring in is special. But this gentleman here in particular is very, very special. It's JP from FaZe. This guy's a legend. They won the invitationals. I mean, this is phenomenal. How you doing, JP?
Pretty good. It's an honor to be here, honestly. Thank you for the invitation.
Yeah, man. There's so many players out there nowadays that you just like, okay, who's this guy? I don't know who this, teams switch back and forth and pick up players and you get new players, etc. You just don't know who is who nowadays. So how long you been with FaZe?
Well, that's a funny story because I joined FaZe during the SI. That's the funny part. Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Get the heck out of here.
Yeah. I mean, it's a funny thing because when we won the SI and people saw me with the FaZe guys, they were like, what the fuck? What the hell is going on? And it's a funny story because I went to the SI this year with Secret, but I was without a contract at this point with Secret. We were at that time like trying to renew my contract and like talking, but things weren't doing to the way I want. So when I got eliminated to SI at Secret, I was working with Twister there,
Mm-hmm.
and right immediately when he got eliminated, I received a message from two FaZe members, Cyber and Vida, and both of them were like, "Bro, are you free? Can you help us? How this could work?" I was like, I mean, I have no contract with Secret right now, so there's nothing like that stops me to help.
Correct.
And at that point, I saw as an opportunity, to be fair, and I gave 100% like right immediately, and things like happened pretty fast, and we won the SI. So it was basically that.
Yeah. Wow, man, that's
That was
amazing.
crazy. Yeah.
That is crazy because a lot of players, when they don't have a contract, they don't know what's going to happen, what they're going to do, if it's going to get renewed, or they're going to go to another team, or somebody's going to pick them up. They're just out in a limbo, and you immediately got a message, an invite to join another team, which is a very good team, by the way. FaZe is very
Yes.
good. I would never forget. For me, in my opinion, the best SI was the one when FaZe went against W7M in Brazil. That one was like, oh my gosh. And
Oh,
then,
epic comeback on the last match.
I want to take a quick moment and talk to you about Gamer Advantage. Whether you're gaming, working, or just browsing, with Gamer Advantage blue light blocking eyewear, they are expertly crafted for gamers or for anyone that's in front of a screen for long hours. Featuring Resume Lens technology, these glasses are engineered to minimize digital eye strain and shield your eyes from the detrimental effects of blue light. Doctor recommended, potentially boost focus, and significantly enhance sleep quality, ensuring you stay at the top of your game. Visit gameradvantage.com for more information and use promo code RASCALS at checkout to get 10% off your purchase. I do earn a commission when you use the promo code, which helps sustain and grow the podcast. Once again, visit gameradvantage.com for more information and use promo code RASCALS at checkout to get 10% off your purchase. Yes, W7M wins. And then I see Handy and his brother, he was comforting his brother was crying, but it's like at the same time, if your brother wins, you win as well, but it was hard. But then you guys and FaZe came back and won now the
You see,
following SI.
funny fact about SI, this SI, the 2024, I was there watching. And at that point, I was even competed in Siege. In 1 year, I was from a spectator to SI winner. Because,
Wow.
yeah. I mean, last year, I was like in a break of my career. And 2024, and after the SI, Twister asked me to join him and coach with him at Secret. But before that, I was like no contract, no team. I was in a break because 2022, 2023, I went to Valorant. I worked 2 years in Valorant. And at the end of 2023, decided to step up from Valorant. I wasn't happy there. The scene wasn't like a little bit weird here in Brazil, and the tier 2 was like basically dying. Even that I was at that time in MIBR, that is a franchise team. I didn't at that time like see the future and stay in Valorant. So at the end of 2023, I just quit, and I was like, I don't know what to do right now. If I stay like calm and try to be a manager or do a different thing, but still being on esports, that's like the thing I love to do. And I was like chilling, and a friend of most of players that and coaches mainly of the guys that was on W7M that year, like they are on Korea now. But at that time, they invited me to watch the SI. They gave me the tickets to go there and watch. So I was like, well, I have nothing better to do. Let's go there to watch the SI. Then I went there. I like meet a lot of old friends like Twister and Bodega, and I reunited with Twister basically, and we talk. And like 2 weeks later, he invited me to join Secret basically.
Wow, Twister's such a nice guy. Marlon is such a. I had him on my podcast not too long ago.
Yeah, I heard it.
Yeah, I don't know if you heard that episode.
Yeah.
Phenomenal guy. Very humble, phenomenal. He has such a good heart. I could tell he has a very,
Yeah.
very good heart.
He is one of my best friends, like even outside the
Wow.
game.
Wow, amazing. I wouldn't blame you. I mean, I was just honored for having him on, and I know if I reach out to him, he'll be, he will answer and he will talk.
Yeah.
Such a nice guy. That Team Secret is actually really good team. The org is really well, organized. They're really good. They got really good people.
They are not a org that had a lot of money, but they do a lot of we can them do with them what they have. Like Twister built that project from the scratch without expend monstrosity of money, like hiring players, free agents, and working very hard. So they are a very hard-working organization. They not based on lots of money like Falcons, They base the results on hard work, basically.
Yeah, he built a family. It's really nice. Now, how long were you with Team Secret?
I've been with them. Let me see. Right after the SI 2024, I basically joined them. So we played the first split. Manchester Major, Montreal Major, and SI 2025 until we got grouped, basically. Yeah, it was
Wow.
almost a year. Yeah, I stood with them. And we like 04 on the groups. If you look for results, no one will like uh, ask me to help them because we're grouped
Yeah.
and phased even that we were grouped. They asked me to help them because like they know how I work, they know my job. So, well, this guy is good. Let's ask him to help us. So was basically that.
Wow. That's amazing.
Yeah,
And then now I know you switch families now. Now it's kind of different, feel kind of weird.
yeah,
But when you went with FaZe, how was that transition for you? Was it like, dang, I love my people, but man, I have to
yeah.
do what I
Was
gotta do.
exactly right that
Yeah.
because when we were like moving on the tournament, like I start helping phase and we were moving, like going very deep into the playoffs, and the secret guys were like going home, and I meet them at the hotel, and I was talking to Savage. I was like, bro, I don't want to leave the team. I love you guys. And at that time, the team wasn't at the prime they are right now. So he
Mhm.
was very punctual, saying to me, "Bro, if they offer you a lot of money, just stay with them."
Take it.
Yeah,
Don't lose
take
it.
it, bro. And I was, bro, but I love you guys. I want to stay with the team.
Yeah.
But the way things went, like we won the SI, they right before we won the title, they were already want to hire me. So when we won, they like having a direct like offer like that's what we have to you. It was almost impossible to don't say yes to them. So it was very hard, but I still love the secret guys. I was there cheering for them at the final of the EWC. I almost
Mm,
cry watching them.
really?
Yeah.
How did I was gonna tell you that. How did it felt to see your friends and former teammates, win the World Cup?
It was very good. I loved it. They
Yeah.
deserved a lot. So, I mean, what's pleasureful watch them win. I mean, like they massacre everyone. Like they even drop a map during the tournament. So it was
Wow.
masterpiece.
Yeah, it was. I mean, everybody's happy now. You won an SI.
Yeah,
They won the World Cup. I think
yeah,
those are the top two for me. I always say the World Cup. This is a big debate that I have with my friends. I always
yeah.
put
I
the
mean,
World Cup as number one, but
as
I mean,
esports in general, the World Cup probably has much more prestige. But
yeah,
in Siege itself,
it's
the
Siege. It's
SI
gonna
has
be
a little bit.
SI.
Yeah,
Yeah, so it's SI. But yeah, well, yeah, you said it right. So I mean, it's. I mean, everybody's happy. You're happy. You got a trophy. They're happy. They got their
yeah, sure.
trophy. So you're both
Yeah,
winners. It kind of feels good because I mean, you left and you won an SI, and then, but still, you see them happy celebrating because they won the World Cup. So it gives that good feeling, My
yeah,
former
yeah, yeah.
friends, they won something, they made it,
I
and
mean,
you're happy.
I was there when they were struggling, they giving 100%, and things weren't going the way they should.
Hmm.
When I saw them winning, that makes me happy too because I was there. I saw their work. I know they deserve. So lots of people were to talk to me when they won the EWC. They were, bro, they won the EWC when you left. How you feel? I mean, I feel happy for them, bro.
Yeah.
I left. I won too. So I feel very happy for them. I know they deserve it. They work it for that. So I'm very happy for them.
I always say keep your friends real close, because you never know. You
Yeah,
never know. Probably down the road in the future, you decide to move on or move out of phase. Team Secret is going to probably be there for you. Say, hey, we'll pick you
yeah,
up. I mean, this is why I always tell a lot of these young guys, just be careful what you say. Try to eliminate the trash talk because you just don't know. You may need to go to that organization. And then if you trash talk too much or you be very rude and disrespectful, they will never pick you up.
yeah.
But if you, there's always going to be a little bit of trash talk, a little bit here and there because of competitiveness. But just do it respectfully and keep it above the belt. But you just never know. But I'm so happy for you, man. I'm so happy that you did what you had to do, but also, um, you guys, your vision into winning and doing what you got to do is paying off. And
Yeah.
now coaching for FaZe, that's amazing. I don't know what to say. I bet there's a lot of pressure on you,
I mean,
coaching this organization.
yeah, the fans on FaZe are, let's say, more warmer the secret fans, and they have like it's a bigger organization, so
Yeah,
more people would like put their eyes on your job. As I don't know if I can say that, but more people want your job basically. So
yeah,
you should do the best you can to keep that work and keep winning. Like we didn't have our best performance in the WC, like far away from our best, but losing there was a lesson. We knew what was left, like what we could do different, what's happened, and we have a very good debate. So the pressure of being in a bigger organization with a lot of fans, you don't have like a big margin of error, like if you lose a tournament, the next one you have to be better. You have to. There's no choice. So that's the biggest pressure because it's a bigger org, bigger responsibility. But in other hand, it's a very good team. Like the players, Rafa that's worked with me, he's a head coach, bro. He's incredible. Like
really.
yeah, yeah. Everyone on the
Wow.
team, it's amazing. Like on Secret, everyone was incredible too. But during the period I was there, wasn't our time to win. Now is their time to win. So
Yeah,
um, both teams, they're crazy incredible, and in FaZe, like everyone is crazy hardworking. People used to look from the outside and think, bro, they're very talented. Yeah, they are, but they work very hard. It's incredible. It's amazing when you're on the team that you see with your own eyes how hardworking their guys are. So yeah, we have pressure, but we are working. So the pressure kind of like relieves a little bit.
you know what was really nice? I reached out to Handy, and he replied back to me. It was phenomenal, and I said, "Handy, I'd like to bring you on the podcast." He says, "My English not good." So, I was
That's a
like,
thing.
"Oh,
Yeah,
man." I was like
that's a
he
thing.
said, "Sorry, my English is not good." I was
Will
like,
be
"Oh."
funny because Handy is like a crazy funny guy. You have a
Yeah.
time with him if he will spoke English. Will be
Oh,
very
man,
nice
would have
to
been
hear.
amazing.
Yeah,
But he was humble enough to reply back. I know a lot of players from many different orgs that know English, they don't even reply to you. They're just really
yeah,
freaking rude, and they know who I am. They
yeah,
know who I am. They know that I was part of Wildcard. I worked in communications within organizations, and I was our Twitch specialist, making sure the players when they're streaming, they're doing everything properly. So it because if they do something wrong, they're gonna get kicked from the org, because they gotta do what's right
yeah.
on the community, on the scenes online. So so a lot of them knew who I was, but they don't even reply. They're just freaking
I mean,
rude.
in Brazilian teams, I'm not gonna lie to you. Most of players doesn't know a word in English. Like they know the basics of the basics. Because
Mhm.
you see, our region is very strong. And if we have like more players that spoke English, we will saw like more imports to NA and EU from Brazilian players. Most of them that are really good and spoke English are playing on European teams or North American teams like Alemão, Loira, both very good, speak English, playing outside Brazil. Because like European organizations and North American organizations, they pay more, they pay better. So
Mhm.
when you have a chance, of course you're gonna take it. Like I know some players from Brazil that speak English. They are good, but they choose to stay in Brazil. It's different, but it's like 1% of them. Like, but
Yeah.
majority of the players from Brazil, they don't speak English. In our team, like KDS, he spoke English, but he hates us. Like when I joined the team, every single interview, he just threw to me. Like, now you're official communicator in English. Good luck. Basically, he hates to speak English.
Really hates it
Yeah,
speaking English?
yeah.
I'm gonna tell you the truth, and this is between no, it can't be between you and I, but I'm gonna tell you the God honest truth. This is gonna go all over. You know how many NA orgs would really love to have Brazilians on their team?
I know. When I won the SI and the news that I have no contract, like,
Mhm.
went around, I received like 3 offers from NA.
Oh, I bet.
Yeah.
I bet you have. And I'm gonna tell you something, they would have paid you the money.
Yeah,
They would have
yeah,
gave you really good money.
yeah.
'Cause NA the problem with NA is that there's the way these players play versus Brazilians and Europeans is they're so totally different. Even Europeans have a different style, the Americans have a different style, and Brazilians have a total different style. But the way Brazilians play is just so I say so complicated, and then to beat you guys is so hard. It's like, what the heck? You
Yeah,
know, so the strategies are so different. I mean, it's just I don't know. I just know that a lot of these orgs would just rather they pay the money to get somebody
yeah,
over
sure.
there.
I mean, you guys have still, like, very good teams on NA, honestly, like SSG, Dark
Mhm.
Zero, but still, they have the NA DNA, of
Yeah.
Siege, how they play. If NA for, like, a while, like M80 during, like, the time that Bodega and Vivas were there, they have a
Mhm.
little bit of Brazilian Siege there. But now I saw, like, NA with, like, a very specific way to play, like very innate way of playing Siege, like methodical or like sometimes explosive, but still very repetitive and methodical way of playing Siege. Like, like that team will play that way and that team will play that way. Like, DZ has his own way of playing Siege.
Mhm.
SSG has his own way of playing Siege that is very innate play of playing like shields and sometimes very crazy and explosive. So they have their own way of playing Siege that is different from Brazil. Brazil is like we have like a mix up of every play style together with very skilled players and very capable staff. So it's very hard to beat us because of that.
Yeah.
And when you have like very skilled players, but you have a Brazilian staff, that's the case of Secret. That's what happened. They know how to do stuff. Twister know how to guide them. Vivas know how to build their strats. So it's very hard when you have this mentality in a European team with the very skilled players they have. So they found a way to win without having players, but having the Brazilian staff.
Yeah. I now, I mean, M80 has what? Kino from
Yeah, I
Brazil.
still have Kino.
But
Yeah,
Kino, his style is not like
yeah. Kino always play for NA team, so he's like
yeah, his
a
style is not.
Brazilian that just played with NA players basically.
Yeah,
So yeah,
that's true. Do you think in order for NA to and I know this is all an opinion, do you think for NA to evolve and to get more into the same type of tier that you guys are at and same level, they have to have a coach or they have to have a Brazilian player?
honestly, really honestly, I don't think they need. They can win with their own style. It's just a matter of how the method of the game is going, how they adapt their own play style against like the Brazilian team, the European teams. It's more like adaptation of their own game because you see at the SI, the hardest game we consider that we played was against Unwanted because their play style was very difficult to play against, and
Mhm.
the game prep, me and Rafa, we stood like until 5 a.m. like studying them and building our game plan because it was a very tough game. Strategical wise, it was very tough. So even being a complete North American team, they gave us more run for the money that BDS at the final. Honestly, was a very harder game. Yeah, even
That's
SSG.
crazy.
Yeah,
Yeah, SSG always does pretty good. They go over there on the top in the playoffs, and I don't know what happens. They start
melting up.
phasing out. Yeah, man, that's freaking wild. That is wild, and it does make a lot of sense what you're saying. They just had to perfection it, make it better.
Yeah,
But I
I
mean,
believe the NA can win with their own game. Honestly,
they've been trying. They've been trying a lot.
the the very good example is Biscos when they own Manchester Major. Like they pick up everyone like without being without understand how they are playing. So
Oh,
they just beat everyone basically. Of course, they have like highlights with some players that don't used to play that good, but even that they own won a major. So
wow. Now, question: how much time in a day, or do you or let me rephrase this. How many times during the day you are with your team, you're scrimming, and you guys are practicing, and you're always involved? Is this like a weekly thing, everyday thing, or you have weekends off
they have the weekends
to
off, yeah.
you have
But
weekends off?
yeah, but
Okay.
depends. For example, when we are on during tournaments, like this week we start South America League again, so we play on the weekend, and we don't have like a break. Like sometimes we take a break on Mondays because we getting like um in our limits. But usually when during the tournaments we don't have a breaks. But we like off tournaments we have like the weekends breaks. I usual me and Rafa we start at the morning. It's like 9 a.m., 8 a.m. Like building strats, we talk about some ideas, we discuss things like we want to try during our practice, during our scrims. Then we start our scrim like 1 p.m. and we go like until 9 p.m. So for
Mm,
me and Rafa, it's like 12, 14 hours of work. Yeah.
wow.
a day. For the players directly, will be around eight. Yeah.
That's tough, man.
Yeah.
That's a
It's a
lot
lot.
of hours. That's a lot of hours to be practicing and training and learning.
Yeah.
I
So that's
mean,
why, like, when we can have a break, we have a break. Probably
yeah,
this Monday, we don't have a break, but probably next one, we have to, because otherwise, we're going to be melting out.
burnt out.
Yeah.
You get mentally burnt out. You need a
Yeah.
break.
Yeah.
What do you do in your spare time once you're not playing or anything, you're off? What do you do?
Usually, I just hang out with my girl, so watch a TV, go to the movies, go to like eat outside. I don't know. I live in a touristic city, so that's always
Where
stuff to
you
do
live
here.
at, if you don't mind saying?
I live in a triple border with Argentina and Paraguay, Brazil, Argentina, and Paraguay. So we have a lot of things to do here.
Okay, you're
Like,
you're in Brazil?
yeah, I'm in Brazil. I'm in Brazil.
Oh, okay, you're in Brazil right now. Wow.
Yeah,
Okay, that's awesome. That's awesome,
it's
man. So you're in
very
a
south of Brazil.
okay. That's
It's kind of
nice.
close where Twister lives, so
Oh,
not that
really?
close, not that close, but it's close enough to like 1 hour flight. I'll be there.
Oh, on a flight. You can't
Yeah, yeah.
drive to his house.
I can. It'll be like 8 hours driving.
Twister, I love you, but I don't love you that much to drive 8 hours.
Yeah,
I love you, brother, but I'm not gonna drive 8 hours. I'll fly. You pick me up at the airport.
yeah,
Yeah, you gotta do some things. You gotta get out, breathe, get some fresh air, get a break from the
yeah.
computer, play
I
some
need
soccer or
it's
something,
something that
football.
yeah. I like to go to the gym too, so it's a thing. When like our scrim is over, I like turn off my PC and like walk away from my office
Yeah.
because I need that. Like,
Yeah, you do. You do because your mind needs to relax. I had on the pod Dr. Vinny Coriosi.
yeah, Vinny, I
Oh
work with
man,
him.
I love that guy. Such a nice guy. And I'm saying to myself, every org should have a team psychologist. It is
Yeah.
so
But I say to you, like I worked with lots of psychologists. Vinny
mhm.
was one of the best ones. him and another guy that I worked that they were the best two I ever worked. And the other ones, it's rough, but if you don't know about gaming, it's hard to be a game psychologist, for a pro team.
Correct.
And most of psychologists that join pro teams, they have no idea what's gaming is. So
Yeah.
it's very hard them to make things work. Vinny know how to make things work because he know how it's gaming. He works with like different games, different people, and he knows exactly what a pro mind is. And when someone from outside, I even work with like an Olympic win gold medal winner psychologist, and
Mm.
she didn't know what is gaming properly, so it didn't work in that well for us. She was like yelling at us, "You have to win!" Like that
Like
traditional
what the
sports mentality, and that shit didn't work with esports players. They want to chill, not screams. So yeah,
Yeah. Yeah, you gotta win the players over.
yeah.
And I can see Vinny being like that. He just wins them over. They love him, and then they'll do whatever he says. Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah, you gotta be like that.
like
It's so important to take that moment and time to be with your family and, be with your girlfriend. Are you your girlfriend or your wife?
we were living together for a while, but we still didn't marry yet.
Oh,
But
okay. Pretty soon you're gonna
yeah,
give her the ring.
pretty soon. Yeah,
Pretty
yeah,
soon you'll give her the ring.
yeah.
But yeah, I mean, you just need that time to just relax and just be with her and be with your family, be your friends, do some other things, some other sports activities. Because if you don't, you just burn yourself out. And I see so many players getting burnt out.
Yeah,
Especially like what you were saying that you're with an org that the fans require so much of you. And this I know because I had a very good friend of mine that was with Team FaZe. He's a Renegade. Renegade was he's right now like the top 3 number 2 or number 1 right now in Halo. And this guy, he is so freaking good that every org he wins and wins and wins majors. I mean, I'm like, "Dude, why jump from that team to this team and you just won 3 majors with, 3 tournaments, everything with this other org. Why switch?" "Oh, you'll see." He goes to the new one and then he wins. And
we
I'm
just
like,
want another challenge.
For another then he goes to another team and wins majors. He went with FaZe, winning and winning. Then now he's with another team. I said either these orgs are just paying him so much money. Like, listen,
Yeah,
we need you to come over here and just friggin' win us a championship. But yeah, it's the pressure. It's so much pressure on him and other players that they could feel it. They could feel it from the fans. The fans demand win, 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 and it's really hard. And you need to get that out of your system and relieve that stress because it's just too much. It's too much, and I can imagine just being with FaZe. FaZe is a very, very, very big, well-known organization. It's crazy, man. It is crazy. So, now during your spare time, you're just out with your family. You have any other sports you do? You get involved with just other than gym?
not really. I like to play chess, but like physically wise, just
Yeah.
jam. Like I tried powerlifting for a while. Like I got some injuries, so I stopped. But
Oh,
yeah, I was very into powerlifting like 6 or 7 years ago. Very into like
really?
was even looking to compete on powerlifting. But I got some injuries and I decided to give it a break.
Yeah, you gotta give it a break.
Yeah.
You know what's fun? I don't know if in Brazil is popular is pickleball.
Oh,
Pickleball, it's like tennis in a way, but it's with a paddle.
wow.
Yeah, I don't think it's reached down there yet over there, I don't think it has reached down to, Brazil, but it's very popular. Right now, that sport from 3 million people in the US, now it was up to 13 million and it's growing. It's the fastest growing sports, but it's something very fun to do with the family. I just do it sometimes with my wife, or I take my kids out and just have fun, get myself, out of all the stress. Because even being a podcaster, is so demanding and so stressful. And people say, "Oh, but you're just talking to people and all this." Yes, but
It's
it's
not that simple,
stressful
right?
because I gotta coordinate. The scheduling is the worst part. And lucky for you and I mean, this was very smooth, but some other people, I gotta cancel, we gotta reschedule, we gotta go here, I got something to do, a tournament just pop up, and I gotta go to it, and they want me to coordinate this, and, so we gotta switch and switch and switch. But yeah, and I just need a break, man. I really do. I just need to take a break because there's so much stuff. Man, wow.
Yeah,
Now
sometimes I even play ranked, but like it's not usual
mhm.
because you work with the game like every single day, and when you're in a break, you're still like consuming the game. That's kind of hard. But like when we were in vacation, like I like to play like FPS games in general. Like it's basically everything I play for my whole life. I just play FPS.
What other games do you play instead of, Rainbow?
Like CS. I used to play Valorant more when I was in the pro scene, like Valorant, Battlefield, COD, Call of
Mm.
Duty, like basically that. Like all FPSs that are mainstream, I just like to play basically.
Wow, what do you think about the new Battlefield that's coming out? I mean, it's a
I
re
Yeah, I played the beta. Yeah, I like it a lot.
yeah.
I
Y
start competing on Battlefield, so for me it was like, that's look good. I played with like KDS and Souls and Cyber. We were like frying our minds playing the game. It was like
mm.
fun.
I'm gonna send you a clip how I used to be on Battlefield 4. I wanted to compete really, really bad, and
I
I was
compete on Battlefield 4 with a lot of players that are pros on Siege right now. I played
yeah.
against Nask, Julio, like a lot of them.
I went up to become top 30 in the world in Battlefield 4, but then it was that day. It only lasted, I think, like, several hours, and then all of a sudden, I said, "Wait, I was top 30. What happened now?" But yeah, it was so much fun. It was on Xbox actually
Yeah.
that I played it, and now I do PC, and I still use the controller even on Rainbow.
I can't play on controller FPS games. Like I was raised playing on PC, so that's tough for me. Basically, I just my whole life I played on mice and keyboard, so
Yeah,
it's
you're
hard.
used to it. It's
Yeah,
in you. It's funny because Halo, the pros use controllers. They don't use mouse. Now, there's some pros. It's very rare to see a Halo pro to use mouse and keyboard. But there is one or two that you may see one. You may see one or two use a mouse and keyboard. It's like totally the opposite. Controller has more advantage than mouse
yeah.
and keyboard on Halo.
Should be
Yeah.
like Call of Duty. That's like the controller has like
Li-
way more advantages.
Yeah, like Call of Duty. I mean, if you use mouse and keyboard, you're
You
gonna
got
get
destroyed. Yeah,
you're gonna
that's
now
why these days I like playing less because I like start a game, I got smoked, and then they're gonna watch the kill cam. Then I know right there that moment it's a control player because they even miss a shot.
wow. That's crazy. That's crazy. Have you ever got to come to United States and visit over here?
Yeah, yeah, during the SI in Boston, but was like just during the tournament.
Okay, just
And
only for a tournament, but you haven't
yeah,
gone to Disney or Universal
no,
Studios
no,
or
no. But I'm planning to moving to US like in midterm, like 4, maybe 5 years. I have a
Mm.
plan to move to US. Let's
Oh,
see
you
how
wanna
it.
move down here?
Yeah, 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 yeah. I have some family living in the US, so
Oh, really?
yeah,
Do you
yeah,
know
yeah.
what state you're thinking about?
Probably Texas because it's where they live, and
Oh,
it's like
okay.
easy to me, like because they have connections. It's family, so
Oh, yeah, because
it'll be
if you're with
easy.
family, you'd be good to go. Well,
Yeah,
Texas is a good state. Texas is a really good state. I got a good buddy of mine that lives in Texas. Super. He's the manager for, Shopify,
yeah,
Team Shopify. That actually he's one of the managers that, admires the way the Brazilian plays.
yeah.
Yeah, it used to be, he used to be for Sonics. He has
Yeah,
come
yeah.
on to the pod, yeah, he's come to the pod, like, 2 times. Really, really nice guy. Yeah, he's down in Texas. You got a lot of good players in Texas. Lot of good players. And they like to live in that area because you're, like, in between both zones in a way, so you can go a little bit more towards central,
Yeah.
Texas, then you got, you're not so far West Coast and you're not so far East Coast, you're right in between.
More a midterm like place.
Yeah, because of the time difference and for scrimming, a lot of people, they prefer it. But yeah, man, it's
It's
nice
like
if
it's a thing that I'm looking to go like in 4 years, maybe 3, depends. It's like a lot of things depends, to be fair. Then when my plans starting to go on, like to moving to US, I'll be probably retired from competition and like being moving to managing and stuff like that. But still on esports.
yeah. Oh, yeah, I mean, you could go for a management position
Yeah.
easily. With a track record and your history that you have, you an organization would pick you up most definitely. Now, you studying or have you studied
Yeah,
something
yeah,
or
yeah, yeah, yeah.
what?
Finished like sports management,
Okay,
degree like last month, and I probably do like a master degree on management too. So probably going to help a lot when I'm doing the switch. And looking to do a Harvard business school like course. I'm still like doing the application to see if it'll be accepted. It's not that easy to to go through, but if it works, it'll be good too.
yeah, man, that's nice. That is nice. That's a good field to get into. I mean, you're focused, you're in the right path. Good for you, man. Good for you.
Thank
And
you.
how's your parents taking it? Are your parents super happy about this?
My mom is happy, but like I don't have my father anymore. But
Okay.
my mom is happy because the idea is like to move it to US and as soon as possible took her with me and my girl. So she'll like be with me the whole time probably.
So your mom is moving with you? Going with you?
Probably, yeah, because she's getting age and she need to be cared, so I'll
Yeah.
be I'll took her with me.
Man, that's a good son. I admire that. That's really good. I like
It
that. That's really
would be
nice.
very hard, like being in US, my mom in Brazil, getting age, and
Yeah.
I mean, I have to take care of her.
Wow. That's really nice of you. I mean, not a lot, not a lot of young guys say that. Some of them,
Yeah,
oh, I let my mom stay with somebody or et cetera, but you being that way shows your true character that you got a really good heart. You're a good son. You love your mom, and it's like, mom, you're going to be with me no matter what. You're coming.
yeah,
I bet she is so super happy. Bet she's very happy. I mean, I'm in a tough position. See, my mom, she lives in Puerto Rico and I live in the US. And even though if I tell her to come over here, she doesn't want to leave the island.
that's
So
tough.
it's very tough. But I said, Mom, but when that time comes, you're gonna need to pack up, and come over
Yeah,
here because Puerto Rico's a little bit difficult. It's nice and beautiful, but it's a little bit more difficult for me. Everything is nearby. We got the hospitals, we got the care that you need. But yeah, man, I'm so happy for you, man. Happy for you. Man, crazy.
yeah.
So when you got with FaZe, um, who were the first players that you kind of like bonded really close with?
Or probably like Vita and Cyber because I already know them like from before I joined FaZe,
Hmm.
and nowadays like I'm very close to everyone. But Handy too because he's like a very funny guy, like,
Andy.
and he's like a very humble guy. Like people see on Twitter, he's trash talking, but it's like more of a character that it's more
Yeah.
than him. Like Alemão is the same thing. I worked with him, and he was like a very trash talk guy. but he's like outside the game, a very nice guy. So Handy is the same thing, and it's basically that. Me and Rafa, we're like very close because we have to work very close to each other to do strats and work with the team. But it is like Souls and KDS, they are more close persons, but still very good friends. But I would say like Cyber, Vita, and Handy, like the the three I get closer.
What you mean Alamo from
I worked with him on INTZ. I was his first coach when he was like,
Alamo from G2?
yes. Basically,
Oh,
I
wait
was
one
his
second. Yeah, he's good.
I was his first coach. Yeah,
Okay.
2019 was a long time ago.
He does kind of trash talk a little bit here and there.
Yeah,
I
back
mean, I
then
know.
it was crazier.
Yeah, I know for a fact a lot of these players love to trash talk, but they just do it on purpose. It's
Yeah,
that's not how they really are.
it's just
Deep
for the
inside, they're
show.
really yeah. They just like to troll and they like to talk smack. And I remember one time he was saying, "Oh, I'm better than Shaiko," and people were like, okay," you know. And I was like, "Well, you got to say what you got to say, get the
Yeah,
attention out there."
Brazil
I mean,
people
he's
like to
really,
trash talk
really
more.
good.
Yeah, no, the
And
boy's very good.
Alamo's really, really good. I mean, I gotta give it to him. I tip my hat off to him. I seen him play while he was streaming one time, and I was like, this guy has a lot of potential.
Yeah, I
Very
mean,
good.
I basically picked him up because of his streams. Back there, he was like 17 years old, almost 18, and he used to like be a streamer before he went pro. And I saw his stream, and I thought like, bro, I have to give him a shout out for this guy because he's like crazy. And when he turned 18, I messaged him. I was like, hey, bro, you already turned 18, right? And we started a conversation. We brought him to the team, and like we we improved it a lot with him. He didn't stay for that much, like less than a year. He was bought for T1, and they won a Mexico major like right before that. So right after that, so yeah, he's a incredible player.
Very incredible player. I know I call them the hidden gems. The hidden gems, the
He
hidden
was.
diamonds, because a lot of people they just don't know there's some talented people out there and
I
they're not
know
recognized.
lots of examples that people that back in the days they were like, oh, they might be good, and these days they are like the best crazy players of the world, like KZ from Furia. When Igor, that's the head coach from Furia, I worked with him in INTZ. He was my
Mhm.
assistant coach back then, and he always talked to me, bro. Casey is very good. We should bring it in. But back in the days, the organization didn't give us that much liberty to like brought everyone we want. We have to do like a very specific reason. That's why we want to kick out someone and bring up a new player. So he didn't could bring him up. But at the moment that Igor could bring him up in W7M, Casey is a monster. The same thing like Ertz. Like we played like against Ertz in 2018 even, and I knew he was good. He have like a shitty PC and was dropping 20 bomb each game. So you
Wow.
see like at the beginning that of the players of these days, right after the beginning, they were already good. They were already showing some potential back then.
You know what? I had a friend coming to the pod. This guy was a hidden gem. His name is Mario. And he was stream and this guy was so freaking good. He did compete, but he competed in South Africa. But South Africa had their own kind of league. But let me tell you something. I talked to several managers and orgs. I said, you guys got to pick this guy up. You guys gonna miss out. You're gonna miss out. This guy is really, really good. His style of playing, the way he played it was like Paulo. So I said he needs to get picked up. And when I would talk to him, and he's like, "Man, nah, I'm getting old now. I said, what do you mean old? You're still young. You're in your 20s, And he's like, yeah, but I don't know. Nobody's gonna pick me up. I said, man, I'm trying. I posted it out on X. I brought him on the podcast. And these people, I mean, nobody, since he doesn't have any friends in the pro scenes over here in the United States or anywhere else, they just won't know. And I say that was a hidden gem that was just like vanished. I don't know if he's still. I gotta check online. I don't go on Twitch anymore as much I used to. I go in, pop in here and there once in a while. But I'm gonna double check and reach out to him, see how's he doing. I know he was trying to come to the United States. As soon as he can, if he would have moved here, I'm sure he would get known. I would have to really do a massive uh, way of reach out to get this guy, to play.
This
He's a hidden diamond, man. Trust me, he's freaking good. Whichever team he goes on, you guys gonna.
I'm pretty sure that we have like a lot of these talents hidden on those smaller regions, like South Africa, on like APAC, on Asia. But the size of the region, that's not much eyes looking to them,
Yeah.
so it's hard to spot them. People are like looking to Brazil, NA, and Europe basically. So if you didn't play, you are not playing on those regions, it would be hard. Even on Europe, like last year, I built this Team Secret Academy,
Mm.
and even there, like we have a lot of talent people that they are not like on pro teams these days. Like we won the Rainbow Six Combine last year with the academy team. Like
Really?
yeah,
You
yeah,
guys
I
won it?
was with the on Cologne. Like last year we won,
Mm.
and the academy team was basically me, Jum, and four tier 2 players. We built the team to play tier 2 events, and we
Mm-hmm.
went to a final in Cologne, and we won the Rainbow Six Combine there. The four players that were with us that won the tournament, they still without a team now, man. That's crazy.
Really?
Yeah, and
Wow.
the players from the other team that loses to us 3-0, they are in pro teams now. So it's crazy,
Wow. Get
Yeah,
out of here.
yeah. So
Really?
even in Europe, like we have like talented players that are not being like having the opportunities. Still have like a lot of that, oh, if you're not my friend, or if you don't have a friend on
Yeah.
tier 1, things gets weird. You see, in Brazil, it's not that much. If you're good, people are gonna notice you. They are gonna try you. If you're really good, you're gonna like have a very quick like rise up. But I
Mm-hmm.
see in Europe has a lot of that. You have to be a friend of someone to get a
I
pro spot.
totally agree with you. And guess what? That goes with NA as well. Because in NA, they have that fault. If you're not friends with me, forget your career. You're not going to be a part of esports. And that's the thing that I don't like. I don't have any, you know, it sucks. I know even in Halo it happens. Okay. And this is my opinion. So the thing is in Halo, I know a player that is a personal friend of mine. He was so freaking good. But since he didn't have friends in high places, they would never pick him up. They
Yeah,
would
I mean,
pick up a friend that's a trash player that is not even good. For an example, plays like a silver instead of getting this person that's dominating. He was so good. He was ranked number 1 in the world according to the tracker on Halo tracker. It was ranked number 1 constantly for longest time. And the second place was actually the number 1 Halo player on competitive league on esports. So everybody knew that this kid was like the best, but since he wasn't friends with a lot of these pro players and all this and that, never a chance. And then there was one time he started to play with some of the guys. I think it was with Team FaZe or something, or some other guys. He will go play ranked, and they will stream and live stream it, and he will always be the number 1 most kills, number one, winning, 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 winning. And he'll screenshot and he'll send it to me. So look at my score and look at this guy's score that is part of the pro league. And I look and I'm like, are you freaking kidding me? He says, they would never pick me up, man.
I mean, it's like
It's so sad.
a rare phenomenon here in Brazil because Siege is like if you're good, and you have your chances. But when I was in at Valorant here in Brazil, it's the same shit. If you're not my friend, you're not friend of my friend, I don't give a shit if you're good or not. So that's very tough. That's one of the reasons I left Valorant because the scene it's very like it's not fair, you know. When I
Yeah.
left, a lot of people very talented that I know were not at the franchise because they are not friends of people that hire people basically. So it's very unfair. And like I have a friend that worked with me in 2021, 2022 in Valorant,
Hmm.
and he was crazy good. He has a staff coach too, and his first shot at the franchise was this year, bro. Like almost 3 4 years later, because he wasn't a friend of the right people, you know. So
Hmm.
it's crazy. It's very crazy.
That's sad.
Yeah,
That's sad. So many. It is sad. Do you believe that every org should have a recruiter and to eliminate this baloney of having people recruiting friends?
it's crazy. It's tough. I mean, this should be like the manager's role, kind of, because he should know that if the coaches and players are inviting a player because he's friends of his
Hmm.
or like because he's good, you know, it's like the manager should know, you know. I
So
mean,
you think the
why?
manager should do that, take that role?
Yeah,
That's a good idea. They don't have to spend the money and hiring a recruiter. Have the manager uh recruit the people. Say,
it's not
listen,
that hard. That's to know if the people are like calling another player because it's a friend or because if he's good. It's not hard, honestly. If you like
mhm,
just watch and going through the scene, you know that.
correct. So true, man. I truly believe that. I really believe managers should take that role and do it because that will eliminate so much favoritism and having friends recruiting friends. I mean, it's just horrible. I don't like it. I have my friend Mario, and I just feel so bad for him because he was that good, and I am sure that if he would have been with the NA team, I mean, he is. I'm going to be really honest. He is the way I see him playing, the way he plays. He is better than most and a lot of NA players. I can't judge with Brazilians because I haven't seen him go against Brazilians or European players, but I seen him. I don't know, man. It's just so sad seeing some guy that with so much potential that plays unique and plays in a style like Paulo in a way, like doesn't even get the opportunity. It's like
Yeah.
it's
It's
like
the
you have
thing,
another
yeah.
handy or another playing around in another country. He's like, man, he plays just like Handy. Wait 1 second, I want him. What the
Yeah, that
heck?
that is the importance of the scene has like a structure tier two. Like um Ubisoft could like create smaller leagues on like these smaller regions and put some money there to develop talent. It's complicated. It's something that I want to work with when I just jump into manager roles on or going project manager in my career. One of my
Mhm,
goals is like developing a better environment for new players because I saw as a crazy problem in most of games like CS. I have a lot of friends in CS that like always telling me that it's very hard when tier 2 to tier 1 and Valorant it's crazy hard. I've been there. I know that. Being at
mhm.
tier two, trying to go to tier one, and even like other regions outside Brazil in siege is harder too. So this environment that the publishers has to do, like Ubisoft, Valve, Riot, they have to develop more the tier two. It's their base players that will become the players of tier one in some years. The tier one players they're going to retire at some point. You have to
Yeah.
get new players, and if you don't, you're going to recycle players until a point that the scene will be dead. So
That's what happened with Halo. They recycle, 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 recycle. And you see players that are almost going to their 30s and going past their 30s and still playing just because they have a name, and they just don't pick up freaking players because, there is friends recruiting friends and all this baloney. I was like, you know what? I'm done with Halo. Screw Halo,
and
I'm done with it. I just despise it. The way
and
they manage it, and they let my, friend down that he was so freaking good. I
and you
mean, I
have
just
to have a way to be being at tier one and like beat up this friend system without like need to be in their friend. Like you have to be the relegation system. Like the top tier two teams, they have to play with the last two teams or last team of the pro league to a spot on tier one. If you do that, you're giving a shot to guys that are putting their work. They have no friends, but they're playing together and they have the shot to be in tier one. If they're really good, they'll be there. So franchise completely the leagues, it's a problem, but I don't see a problem on being partial franchise. I mean, the whole system for me is wrong. That's a thing that I'm going to try my best to change when I'm switch to managing and project managing. I want to be at some point in a position that I can change that, because it's so wrong. People that are making the choices and doing stuff, they don't know what they're doing. And really,
mhm.
like most of like the directors or the boss of overall scenes, they never played. They like just like executives there. They don't know the scene. They just make decisions based on money, and they don't know what to do, bro. They don't know what to do.
They
Like
don't.
it's crazy. That's why
Wow.
I'm really willing to go to manage and like going further into that to change stuff like this.
I'm sure you're gonna do it. I think I mean, the sky's the limit. You got it, brother. You got it in you, and I think that's a secret remedy right there that Brazilians are doing. That where they're just, if you're good, you're good. They're gonna pick you up. It's not all about friends recruiting friends.
Yeah.
That is so true. Because there's some players out there in the pro scene that I know of, man. That they don't even deserve it. They just like, I don't know what you're doing there. Just get out.
Hey, it's
Go to
so easy
T2, go to
to
T3 or
yeah.
something like that. But don't, you know, there's so many players out there that's just way better than you. But since you're friends with the manager, you're friends with this other players, with 3 players there, and you guys known each other for so many years. Well, guess what? Friends are recruiting friends.
You want to prove that like Brazil is doing that? You just like going to stage one and stage two. Look how many players switch teams on NA, how many players switch teams on EU? Like almost none. In
Almost
Brazil,
none.
BD changes players, Liquid changes players, Los changes players, Enx changes players. Like half of the teams changed. So
Mhm.
if you're not playing good, a tier two guy is gonna take your place. So be aware of. So
Wow.
yeah,
Well, JP, brother, I know the time is of essence and
yeah.
you got something to pop up here pretty soon. I want to thank you so much for coming on the podcast. It's such an honor, man. Thank you.
The honor is mine, man.
Yeah,
Honestly,
no, thank you
thank
so
you.
much. Yeah. Later on in the future, I'll bring you back.
Sure,
So,
sure. With more time, we
yeah,
can talk for hours.
yeah. I mean, you're good to talk to, man. I'm holding myself with so many stuff to talk to you, but I say, you know what? We'll wait. We'll save it for the next time down. You have more time, but I know you got something here lined up here in a few minutes. So, thank you so much, JP. Listen, I give everybody a minute or two to tell. Speak to the world. I'm now got listeners in 70 countries now. I just found out it just grew.
Sure,
Tell
sure.
everybody where they can find your all your socials, everything. Go ahead. Stage is yours.
Well, I think the better way to find me, just like type JP Face, found my Twitter, all my links are there. So it's basically that. I'm gonna thank all the Face fans, thank God, and my family, and it's basically it. See you guys on stage two. Like this weekend, we start the stage two, and let's start the road to defend our SI title.
That's gonna be a good one.
Yeah.
That's gonna be a good one. But without a doubt, I'm sure you guys gonna make playoffs. That's what you want to get.
Yeah.
You want to get to the playoffs. If you don't get to the playoffs, you're out.
Yeah, our objective is to win both
Is to
two
win,
SIs.
yeah. Go to playoffs and win. But now I love Team Secret too. I love you guys. I love everybody. I'm like, oh god.
I wish a grand final Secret against FaZe would be crazy.
You know what's really crazy as a podcaster and a guy that has a lot of friends, because people look me up on Twitter and they say, you don't have a really big following. But my freaking goodness, you got a lot of pro players that follow you. You got a lot of people that are really big and known that follow you. I say I'm friends with a lot of them, so they're like, okay, that's really cool. But I said, listen, I just can't root for one team because I love them all. So I can't put out there, this is who I'm gonna go. This is my, I always have my heart towards Wild Card. Because they were the ones that reached out to me to work for them, and it was such an honor. So they have that little, the big majority portion of my heart. But when they're not in, I just can't. I got to keep myself quiet for who am I rooting for, because I like everybody. So like if you're competing against, Secret, I'm gonna say I'm rooting for both of them. 50-50. I just don't know what to do. I just can't say. I keep it neutral. But listen, man, thank you so much. Okay, folks, till next time, take care. God bless. Peace.
Thank you for listening to this episode on the Rascals Lounge Podcast, and please don't forget to follow us on X and on your favorite podcast platform.